quite a stacked card here for first time in London. Obviously, you mentioned in the press conference the allure of hosting an event here. I wonder, though, if the UFC announcing that they're going to have a couple of more nights at the O2 in London, if that kind of speeded things up for you.
No, not really. I mean, this was a time where there wasn't any MMA shows here in London that were sizable, and so we thought that the timing was right. It was a good time for Channel 5, good time for Spike UK, and a good time for Spike USA. So we thought it was a perfect time to come here and promote this fight.
With your history in Strikeforce and obviously UFC and all the rest of it, where do you put Bellator as a brand at the moment globally?
You know what, I'll tell you. When I think about Strikeforce, I think about all those great fighters we had, right? And we had a great TV deal with Showtime Television, which is about 25 million homes. When I think about the power of Viacom and their media channels that they own, like Spike TV, like Channel 5, like Spike UK, I mean, I think the sky's the limit. I don't think Channel 5 has ever run MMA before. So I think this is an inaugural event. Is it? They have run it before? Okay, so what do I know? But yeah, I'm learning here. But it's been a long time, right? And to me, when you have major television like that, like when we had Strikeforce, we had CBS TV, you just cast a bigger net and you get a bigger, wider audience than just the hardcore fight fans. And that's really what we're trying to do. We're trying to grow the sport, not just keep it amongst the hardcore fight fans.
You seem to be a fight fan yourself. Obviously, Paul Daley spoke quite affectionately about you, I think. Not too many people showed him the kind of support and gave him the confidence to carry on going. What was it in him that you saw that, you thought, I'm going to embrace this guy?
You know what, I'll tell you. Paul Daley is one of my favorite fighters, of all time in my 30 years. I'm not joking. This is a guy that always brings it. And as a promoter, you love that about a guy because he's not there just to look around, dance, and, pitter-patter. He's there to fight. And I've never seen the guy in a boring fight, ever. I mean, ever. And so when I think about all the guys I promoted throughout all the years, he's really, one of my, top 2 or 3. And my favorite fight didn't work out for Paul, but he almost knocked Nick Diaz out in that fight. But Diaz-Daley, that was one of my favorite fights of all time because Paul was on the verge of knocking him out. I think he knocked him out, actually. I think when he hit the ground,
Diaz is a tough guy, though.
Woke up, But, that was a fight that, man, it was the Hearns Hagler fight of MMA. And, it was in Strikeforce, which I'm proud to have founded and proud to have built all the great fighters that we did over there. And we'll build them here, and we'll buy some. And when we buy some, there's a free agent market. We'll go buy some, and we'll build them, buy them, and we'll create a great roster in Bellator here. Probably the next, it's going to take time, but talk to me in another 6 months, a year. It'll be a much different roster. If you think about the fighters we signed in the first quarter of this year, Benson, so we got Bendo, we got Mitrione, and we brought Sergey Karatanov back. So, we could add 2 or 3 great fighters every quarter, we're going to be okay.
Liam McGreary can't fight on this one, unfortunately. Are you pissed about that? And I mentioned in the press conference Linton versus Liam at some stage, obviously both UK fighters. I don't think Liam's got the profile here that he deserves. I don't think Linton has, but for obvious reasons. But Liam being the champion, are you gonna? Can you say for us and our viewers that fight's going to happen here if it happens?
Boy, well, I think that fight should happen here if it happens.
Well, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, we'll do it here. I mean, it makes so much sense here. But Liam is tremendous talent. He's one of the best fighters I've seen in a long time. This is a guy that can submit you from the bottom or the top, which is extremely rare. Hoyce was telling me this guy's jiu-jitsu is really sick, and he compared him to one other guy that he knows, and he said, other than those 2 guys, I don't know anybody better. And he can strike. Have you seen this guy punch and kick? Oh my God, he's a dangerous guy. He's another guy that we're so proud to have him as our champion, and we have Phil Davis in there, we have Kimbo in there, we got Linton in there. We got guys that he's going to be able to fight. So we're going to give him some good competition, and it's going to be showtime pretty soon.
Obviously, the battle in New York's won now. So, and you mentioned in the press conference that you could have a show in that state later on this year. How close are you to making that materialize?
We are definitely talking to Barclays Center, and we're trying to get something worked out with them, which I think we will. And then we're waiting for the athletic commission to get the rules and regulations and the testing procedures and all the all the laws in place, so we can actually go in there and throw a fight. And hopefully that'll be sometime before the end of the year.
Good luck with that. Appreciate it.